Hello everyone, welcome back to Blendrix Audio Academy. I'm here to do a quick demo for you. I've put together a template that will allow you to launch a New Year's Eve countdown in time for the actual midnight event. Now, you might not think that's special until you realize that it's actually automated. It will look at your system time, here, and it will actually launch the clip when you tell it to. So I have this one set up so that it will launch. There's these different scenes here. You can see the scenes down here. T-minus 10 minutes, 5 minutes to 2014, 60 seconds to 2014, countdown 10 to 1. And the T-minus 10 minutes launches.
Attention! Countdown will commence in T-minus 10 minutes and counting.
As you can see, is 10 minutes to midnight, and I had it set. I'll go over here and show you. I had it set so that the T-minus 10 minutes was actually 5 seconds ahead of the 10-second, of the 10-minute rule, because of the way that this clip plays out. I wanted it to, it takes about 5 seconds to get to here, which is where he says T-minus. And, I want to be accurate about it. So, that's how that works. This is a Max for Live device. This is a free device. There will be a link to where you can download this device in the description for the video. And there's only one other Max for Live device in this set. It's not related to the countdown itself, but one thing I think is important for getting a mix that goes well with a countdown is having your the tempo of your tracks you're playing during the countdown actually be appropriate for that kind of vibe. And also, the way that a countdown is, of course, it's second by second, right? So if you go 10, 9, 8, 7, each time you pronounce a number, there's 2 beats going by in the background if you're playing a track that's 120 beats per minute, which is why I feel that 120 beats per minute is an ideal countdown track. Another thing to consider there is that this is 120 beats per minute is generally considered a very happy vibe kind of track. A lot of like Daft Punk and stuff is in like about 120. It's pretty much slow house, I guess. It's somewhere between disco and house, and it works really well for that time of night where everybody's drinking champagne and just wanting to get down. So I'm not sure exactly what track I'm going to play tomorrow night, but I'm planning on picking something in that 120 beats per minute. Now, the reason that this is all set up here, these are dummy clips. All they do, they don't have any sound or MIDI or anything like that in them. They just have the label attached to them, and that little label there, you can't really see it very well here, but it says use clip names like mainstream electro house space /128, and BPM will change on triggering. Well, what I've done here is just make it so that we've got standard BPM amounts for pretty much any genre of dance music, and a little reminder that you might want to try to get to a 120 by the time you're going into your countdown. So I'm looking back up the clock here because there's another one that's going to come 5 minutes after the last one here, and it's going to make me jump if I don't pay attention. So one thing to keep in mind is that this device only works if this channel is selected. So if you have one of your other channels selected, for instance, if you're using your decks and you're playing your set over here and you've got these selected for whatever reason, if you go over here and you launch one of these scenes, for instance, I'm in 120 right now. If I were to launch this one and try to go to let's see, what is that, 140? You'll notice that it doesn't change anything. It's because this channel is not selected. However, once I select that channel, press that button, now you can see the tempo is actually changing right there. That's changing over 4 bars. You can change how you want that to. You can drag that around and make it less or more. It goes all the way up to 8, and I think it goes down to 1. So, oh, any second now, it's gonna yell in my ear here. All right, so that's how that works. It is now changed to almost 140 beats per minute, and there it is. So,
5 minutes to 2014.
There it is. So that was in here at 23:55 in 0 seconds. So that's what just happened just now. The next one that's going to happen is in another 4 minutes. There will be a 60 seconds for 2014 announcement. And then at 10 seconds to midnight, this final countdown will come on. So, I'm trying to think. Okay, let me give you the demo of how to set this up. So, normally when you start this, I'm going to create a spare copy of it here so I can show you. All right, so normally what you would do is you'd set your hours. You click and drag on these. Yeah, you can move them around like that. You set the time that you want it to fire. And then you highlight the scene that you want it to play. And then once you've done that, you've got the time loaded and you've got the scene highlighted. Then you click this button, and then it sets up the scene name, then the hours, minutes, and seconds. And then you can do that. I'm not sure what the limit is, but I bet it would give you plenty of wiggle room. Anyway, so you can refresh the list here. That means like if you've changed the names of the scenes and you want them to update here, you can do that. You can also delete the reference to one particular one, or if you've got more than one, for instance, it's just, so I've got more than one here. I can delete just the one, or I can clear the whole list just like that. So, hope that didn't clear this other one. It did not. Excellent. Okay, so I think if there's anything. Oh, so real quick, this it's not really part of the set. You don't need to use it for the set. I'm just basically using it to talk to you right now. But it's also the way that I did the vocal processing to make that countdown. Those were not pre-recorded. I actually recorded those. All the things you've heard so far. That's my voice with a lot of extra processing.
This is my countdown voice.
Pretty cool, huh? Okay. Just a quick demo, not demo, but I'll just point out to you what's in here. There's 2 different instances of Isotope Nectar running in parallel. I took the Dark Lord and Doom presets and then tweaked the hell out of them. Got some different sounds than what they were originally designed to do. And then this one here is, I call it Crazy Chain because it's just this long chain of Ableton stuff. So there's 3 different chains of signal coming through there. So I'm going to turn this on real quick.
This is the Dark Lord. This is the Doom. And this is the Crazy Chain. Put together, they sound like this.
So I'm going to leave this here. I know that probably a good portion of you don't have Isotope Nectar, but I would really highly recommend it, especially if you're going to do any sort of vocal processing. If you've got a vocalist, you can make them sound really, really awesome.
60 seconds to 2014.
There it goes. So, yeah, I mean, it's got lots and lots. I think it's it's got pitch adjustment, so you can actually set this up so that you're getting basically like an auto-tune kind of thing. I would hope that you wouldn't tune it to act like auto-tune. That's kind of an overused effect, but breath control, gate, EQ, saturation, compressors, de-essers, doubler. This is how I get it to sound all fat and wide out in the stereo field. It's got a limiter, a built-in reverb, and a delay, which is good for adding some like robotic kind of sounds if you crank up the feedback. Okay, well, we're
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
And there you have it, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video tutorial. Please leave any questions you might have or comments if you have any ideas of how to improve this whole setup. I'm definitely all ears. The comment section below is totally open. I really love getting questions and getting some thought-provoking ideas. So throw them at me. Also, get in touch with me on Facebook, Twitter. I don't have MySpace. SoundCloud. Pretty much any of the social media out there, you just find me on there. It's Blendrix, Blendrix, and you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and SoundCloud, and a few of the other. I'm actually getting into the networked collaborative tools now. There's one called Blend. It's like BLEND .io. There's another one I just started up today for use with Logic called Gobbler. So I'm trying to keep it consistent across those two. So if you want to get into collaborating too, I'd love to talk with you about it. So hit me up, guys, and Happy New Year.